Just a couple of comments.
Please.
Most of your framing discussion here is about a structured environment, and the reality is most of the people here, when they start doing video, they won't have a structured environment. They'll either be doing it in an office or in their home or whatever. So when you're thinking about framing, remember that everything in the frame either says something about you, the subject, your personality, or it says something about the context of the video, the product or the service you were talking about. So if you don't have a structured backdrop, and you are going to be recording in an unstructured environment, think about what's in the background and maybe even put stuff in the background that says something about you.
Ed does that really well, doesn't he? He puts things like guitars in the background.
Saz Park cartoon characters.
Yeah. So does Gary Barnett. Yeah. One of our
It's
clients does that as well. He's got his logo and some flowers because he knows his avatar. He's selling print jobs to mostly women who are in their, who are marketing people and whatever, and so he sets something up that he thinks would be pleasing to them. And it looks great. It really does. It's really nice. It's not over the top. It's beautifully done.
Yeah.
Everything says something. So
exactly.
Just be thoughtful about that.
Exactly.
Your eyes. In a video, your eyes are the most important thing. If your eyes are wandering around all over the place, that's extremely discomforting to people that are watching that video. So be confident when you're in front of a camera, be confident to look into that camera as if you're looking into somebody else's eyes. Keep those eyes really solid.
Yeah, I almost do something when I'm doing it and I imagine that avatar. I imagine as I'm doing that presentation, I'll float up out of my head and I'll imagine the avatar is the camera. And I talk to the camera as though it's a person. So I'll sit there and that comes across and you get that feeling in the videos. That's a really good point too.
Now, as far as notes are concerned, on the subject of notes, so if you are going to use notes when you're in front of a camera, make sure those notes are either adjacent to, right behind, or even blue tacked on the camera itself, so that your eyes don't have far to move to see those notes. Because if your eyes have to move a big distance away, people know what's the viewer knows what's happening. They know you're reading something, and that says something about you. It's often not very good.
A good example of that as well, we had a client who had ended up getting a teleprompter and ended up reading the teleprompter, and sometimes if you write too in-depth notes, it comes across very scripted. You either have to practice that script so many times that you know it inside and out, and really you probably don't need your notes because it's coming across naturally anyway, or you need to just use bullet points and be confident and know your material inside out to go a little bit more off the cuff.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, the actual videos that you shoot with you in the frame will often be introductory elements of a video which flow onto a ScreenFlow video. So, that introductory part of the video where you're in the frame may only be 1 or 2 minutes. You should be able to get that down where you can perform that 1 or 2 minutes very seamlessly, very naturally. Exactly. Yeah. Now, the way I like to do that is I will do that in front of a mirror. I will actually do the practicing in front of a mirror. So if I'm actually looking at myself, I'm confident, I can see how I come across, so that when I actually get in front of the camera, I'm not worried about how I'm looking. I've already seen how I'm looking. I've practiced in front of the mirror, and I can just basically go in front of the camera and
that's something Ben's taught me. He's really good at that as far as the practice. And I'll go through and do it over and over and over. And that's why Ben's like as many takes as it needs to be, especially that podcast interviews video, which I referenced earlier. But most of the time, no one's in the room when I do it. And it's okay, because it's easy for me to just sit there and do it over and over. But when Ben's in the room, he'll just say, breathe, relax, get your stance back, let's do it again. Let's do it again. And after 50 takes, then we get a pretty good one.